A lot of you who are new to this channel may not know that I also do sports logo tutorials, and usually I choose teams that have reached the championship games, and right now is the NHL playoffs. It is the Stanley Cup Finals between the the Vegas Golden Knights and the Washington Capitals. So for this series of bonus videos, I'm going to show you guys how to draw the logos of those two teams, and we're going to start off with Washington Capitals. So having said all of that, you guys grab your drawing tools and let's get started with this logo tutorial. All right, you guys, so for this Washington Capitals logo, I've got my paper in portrait mode. And although the logo goes pretty wide, the reason why I'm doing it in portrait mode is because I'm going to draw some guiding lines that actually extend quite a bit low. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line going down the center, and I'm going to use my finger here as a guide. And you notice that this finger right here is kind of keeping my pencil straight. So I'm just following down the side of the paper here. Feel free to use a ruler if you guys really want to. But yeah, I like to do things freehand. Bit of a challenge, and that's why I like it. Okay, so the first thing about the Washington Capitals, this is not their primary logo. The first thing about it is it's got a W. W, of course, stands for Washington. So I'm going to start by drawing that W. So I'm going to start with the center point. Okay, and I'm going to bring two lines going this way evenly. So that's kind of the start of it, but you want to make sure that these are steep. You don't want it to go wide. You could even go a little bit steeper. All right, and then the next thing is, now we're going to draw from here. The W extends out. You want to make sure that these two, like if you look at it as a V, you want to make sure that this V and this V are very similar, and pay very close attention to the angle, you guys, because that's also very important. This angle right here plays a pretty important role in making sure that this Capitals logo looks right. So you don't want that W wide, you don't want it too narrow, so you want it about this much. Okay, so that is our W. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend this W here and make this parallel, draw parallel like line. And actually I'm going to bring it a little bit closer this way, and it goes down like this. So this is the reason why I'm drawing it in landscape mode, because you guys notice that it goes off, it goes down quite a bit. And there's a reason for all of this. Just pay close attention. And then you do the exact same thing on the other side. Make this go all the way down, and you want to make sure that this side and this side are the same or similar to each other. Okay, so that is the initial guidelines that we are going to draw. Now we're going to figure out a few things. First, we're going to figure out the head of the eagle, and then we'll go on with the rest of the W. So let me zoom in now. All right, you guys, so zooming in now to this W, what I'm going to do is we're going to start drawing the eagle's head. And I'm going to start right here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring a curve out this way, just like that. So that's going to be the eagle's head, and the curve kind of sticks out a little bit beyond this triangle of the center. Okay, so it goes out like this, and then now the beak comes out like this. And as I do that, actually I'm going to erase just parts of the lines, and I'm going to start tracing the inside as well, because what's more important is the inside eagle. You want to make sure that that eagle inside looks right. So trace the inside here, looks like that. Once you reach this point, there's the beak. Okay, and then this line here, you follow that beak, and what you want to do now is you bring this point to here, Okay, so that's that same like corner point right like that. And then you bring this one back in and then down like this. Okay, extend it slightly more like that. And then find a spot right here in the center. And we make a triangular shape like that. There you go. So I can now erase the top here. We don't need that top line. So what we're left with is the eagle's head. Let's draw the eye, and the eye is like a sideways letter P. So line like this, and then letter P, and then extend it going back out like that. So that should be good. There you go. Okay, over here we're going to find a point right here, and this is going to be the tip of the U.S. Capitol. The U.S. Capitol building is going to be right here, and that forms like the bottom part of the logo. Okay, so just keep that as a reference, you guys, for now. What we're going to do is we're going to find a spot right here. This is the part of the logo that starts to spread out to its wings. Okay, so here, and then bring it up about this far up. So start rounding it off, like right here around the same spot. Start rounding this off like this, bring it across, and then round off as you reach the top here. Don't worry about this point so much right now, but you do want to make sure that you are always doing the exact same thing, mirror image on the other side. I think for logo drawing, that's always the toughest part, is the making sure that everything aligns on the other side as well. So there's the top of the wings there. Okay, now let's go down here at the bottom, and what we're going to do is we're going to kind of start figuring out where the Capitol is going to end up, the US Capitol building. Okay, so imagine this line going straight this way and this way. They should be in the exact same spot here, like that. Okay, so those are going to be the tips, like the ends of our building. Okay, so now here's the Capitol building. Starts off with this curve like this. Okay, and then the big rounded curve goes from here to here and back down, and this is a little bit longer than a semicircle. There you go. So it looks like the eagle has legs, but that's not the intent. Okay, right here, think of a ketchup bottle or a mustard bottle. Goes like that, and then goes from here, a little needle up at the top, and there you go. Okay, with that, you guys, I'm going to make it a little bit thicker, mainly because what we're also worried about is the center, or this part right here. So I'm going to start erasing these guidelines that we did, so that I'm just left with the silhouette of the US Capitol. Okay, there you go. Let me erase this. We don't need this line. We don't need this line. So you're left with this, the top of the building. And then I'm going to trace it very similar to the width that we have over here. It goes like that, and it goes like that. Okay, once you get to this point, just like this. Okay. Oh, I didn't realize it was off center. There you go, you guys. This goes this way, so just keep following that curve like that. There. So now we got the bottom part. Now we're starting to see the W shape shaping up. And then from here, let's kind of bring about this kind of wings that are parallel like think of this curve right here and kind of follow that exact same curve. Okay, and what you want to do is about this far out, that's how far you want to go. Okay, about this far out of this line here. Okay, same thing on this side, this far out of this line. There you go. There. Okay, so I'm kind of following this curve like that, so it's very similar to this top curve. You want to make sure that they're parallel with each other, like that. It will take a couple of tries, you guys. Even now I'm kind of messing up. So you just want to make sure that you got that. There you go. All right, so that's good. Let's actually erase the top part here since we don't need these lines anymore. And I'm going to erase the white outline around the head. So go back and just outline this again. So you got 3 lines going around the head now. There you go. Move your paper so that you're not drawing at a very awkward angle. There. All right, so now we're left with like the W here and the tips of the wings. So let's go ahead and start working on that, you guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this line slightly so that it falls right here instead. So it looks like that. Okay, and I do the same thing on this side so that it falls right around here. Now, I'm going to erase the bottom. Don't need that anymore. Erase that, and then just erase that line and this line. So here we're left with a W. You guys notice that this part is slightly bigger than this, so I'm going to have to readjust here. And that's what doing things by freehand is all about, is messing up, making mistakes. But always pay close attention to how you draw things and the size of them. It's always good to always take note of those. Okay, so there you go. I think that's good for now. It's close enough. So now what we want to do is we want to divide each of the wings into 3 sections. Okay, we're going to start off with this section right here, kind of right where this tip is, right here. We're going to bring a feather going out like that. And then we can start shaping this now. Okay, so extend this to about here. And this kind of goes out, doesn't touch this line. And it goes like that. All right, so now let's go back to the spot and bring about another feather, but this time around we're going to take that feather and we're going to kind of find a spot over here. Okay, and then this point right here. So I'm just drawing this curve like this, and I'm going to find a spot there, and then I'm going to draw a line from there going down to this point here, like that. I'm going to erase that line so that you see a bit of a gap between this feather and this. Okay, and then from here, imagine a line going down this way, and then find a spot right around here. Running along the same parallel. This goes slightly beyond that curve, or beyond this line, I mean, and it goes like that. Okay, I'm going to find a spot right here. This time it's connected, and I'm going to draw a line from there to this point here. And then all I have to do now is find this curve like this. There you go. And then I do the exact same thing on this side. I think this is going to be the toughest part right here. It's the feathers. And even tougher is making sure that what you do on this side is the exact same thing you do on this side, keeping like all the proportions correct. So that's the hard part. So I'm going to tilt it like this because I think for me and my wrist, it's a lot easier for me to figure things out if I tilt. Okay, but first I'm going to figure out the top where I'm going to find that point. I want to make sure it's the same. There you go. Okay. Find a spot over here. Start curving this. And it's actually, if it's really close attention, it's actually good sometimes to turn your drawing upside down, because that way you can kind of see, it's a lot easier for you to see things. Okay, so find a point over here. There you go. It's less distracting for me, to be honest, to look at things upside down. There you go. And then bring it back this way. Find a spot right around here, kind of at this point here. So it kind of goes like that, right? So find a spot here and then bring it to this point here. Just like that. Okay. Again, imagine a line going down the side here like this, and then find that same point on this side. Turn it upside down again, easier for me. There you go. You guys hear that helicopter just flying up above? Okay, and then find a spot right here. Bring it in. And then from here, just like that, okay? Didn't take me very long, and if it took you guys long, that's fine. Don't worry about it too much. As long as you guys get the left and the right should be the same. I can already see some inconsistencies, like this one is a little bit thicker than here, so I'm going to adjust, just readjust a few of those things, make sure that they're kind of even, but I'm not that much of a perfectionist over this. It's freehand, and that's the beauty of it. So there's the logo. Okay, now we're not quite done yet. What we need to do actually is we're going to need to find the red parts on the wings, because the logo is red, white, and blue, symbol of America, of course. That makes the most sense. Okay, so find a spot over here. So this line right here, I'm going to follow that line, and then here to there, and then this one just follows that curve till you reach that point. Okay, I'm gonna switch my paper up a little bit, or my pencil. Okay, there you go. Now we have this line, we follow this all the way to the edge. Okay, from here we bring this to this point over here, to this point. There. I'm going to erase this little bit right there, so you're left with what looks like that. Okay, from here now, bring myself to this line. And what I actually want to do is I want to bring this line higher up to this point here, so that it looks like a zigzag. And actually, you want to bring this line this way. There you go. And then I'm just going to adjust this and bring it to a point right around here. It's a little bit confusing, forgive me, but it is a pretty confusing aspect of the logo here. Let me just readjust that slightly. There you go. So this is going to be a red aspect. This is red right here, and this is also going to be red. But it creates this zigzag with this shape and then this shape. Okay, now let's go over here, find a spot right here, and just follow that curve down to this line. Bring it up like this. Okay, and then what you want to do is just slightly change this up, find this point right here, and what we want to do is we want to bring this line to this point now. There you go. So that it's no longer this going to this point, but it's actually this right here. Okay, and then this is a red aspect as well. And then after that, just trace along the outside here, outline it. This is going to be the white outline around the wings. Goes there. Like that. And then just join it together. There you go. Okay, and then we do the exact same thing on the other side. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so first right here, bring this to here. This is the easy part. And then bring it to here. That one's not hard. Erase that. This is the complicated part. I'm going to erase that line. And, okay, how did we do this? I don't even remember. Okay, this right here, we need to change this up. So I'm going to erase this. And then, forgive me, you guys, find a spot over here. So there's a gap here, right? Find a spot right here. Bring this down to this point. Actually, no, bring it down to, oh man, I'm starting to get confused, to this right here. So this goes to that point. Okay, and then it goes up again. I'm going to erase this line. That's what we did previously. Okay, from here, I bring a line going this way to here. And then I extend this line going out like that. This gets shaded in. That's red. I'm going to erase a couple of lines here. Now time to fix that up. This is red. Okay. And then we want to make these two lines meet together here. So this goes to there. And this goes to there. And that's how they meet. There. Okay, and then one more. This right here. Okay, so now find a spot right here. This point goes down, follows that curve to there. And then from here, this goes this way. I'm going to erase this line here. And that's how we do the bottom one. There you go. So once you have that, let's outline the white outline around. Goes like that, goes this way, till we reach this point. Okay, that was more complicated than I expected, you guys. And once you're finished, we are done. That is how you draw the Washington Capitals logo. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and let me know in the comments what other hockey logos you want me to draw. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more videos on this channel. And that is all the time that we have today. Thank you for watching all the way to the very end of this tutorial video. Let me know down in the comment section below who you are rooting for the 2018 finals. And of course, if you guys are proud of your drawings, I would love to see them. So please head on over to the Google Plus community, post your logo drawing there, or head on over to Instagram and post your drawing there and tag me at draw2 so that I can see it. If you guys enjoyed this tutorial, it would help me a great deal if you liked this video, commented down below, subscribed to this channel. Make sure you guys also check out my other NHL logo tutorials, and as well as my other sports related logo tutorials. I have those on my channel as well. I have a link to all of those in the description down below. And of course, share this with your friends in your social media. And speaking of social media, you guys don't forget, you guys can find me on Facebook, on Instagram, on Google+, and of course on my website, draw2.com, where you can download a whole bunch of coloring pages related to the tutorials that I have on this channel. Again, you guys, the links to that are in the description as well. Having said all of that, thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for more so you can learn to draw too. I'll see you guys in my next video.